Yo, what's up? Thursday, April the 15th, 2021. What's going on? Let's get situated. What's going on? April the 15th, 2021, Thursday. Let's see. Here we go. All right, cool. What's up, guys? Shit. All right, hold on. There we go. Somebody said, let's see, anybody else worried about Wes Clark? If you're not a Gamecock fan, if you're not worried, you're not a Gamecock fan. Gamecock fans are just innately worried. I'll roll with it, whatever. I don't love it, but it's all good. Simple to the point, whatever. Simple to the point. It's all Gucci. What's up, guys? What's up? Thursday, April the 15th, 2021. What's going on? See everybody in here. Phil, Justin, Hunter, Savannah Webster, Travis Rowell. What's up? What's going on? Happy Thursday, guys. Hope you're all doing well. We got a packed show here on a Thursday. Got a lot, and I mean a lot to get into with the baseball series getting going tonight. Frank Martin speaking to the media. God, he makes it so easy to like him, doesn't he? So yeah, whatever you guys want to dive into, 843-790-3377. Before we get going, though, guys, I want to tell you about our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Flex Squad Fitness, guys. And CJ Profit, the man behind it all, he's been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. The reason he's so good at what he does, he's been there, he's done that. He struggled with his own weight for many years until he eventually lost 85 pounds himself doing the exact same type of training that he does at the gym. And guys, at Flex Squad, they do one-on-one and small group training. Their program's a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. And guys, the goal is to not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, of course, make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And guys, like I said, CJ's been there. He's done that. He's lost the weight. He's gone through the mental grind. And he's going to be there with you every single step of the way. Going to be there for you to assist you on your journey, guys. The place changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking the door. You'll probably just wish you did it sooner. And guys, right now they're offering a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions to see what they're all about. Or guys, if you go there right now and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you, you are going to get your first month free. So again, if you're in Columbia, South Carolina, of course, Chapin, or anywhere in the state of South Carolina, and you're looking for a new personal trainer, you're looking to start that fitness journey, this is absolutely a no-brainer. Again, that's our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Be sure to check them out and tell them that, of course, Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. All right, let's dive into it, guys. 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, comments, calls as well. Elizabeth Ballard, Savannah Webster, Anthony Dillard, Hunter Young. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Thursday, April the 15th, 2021. It is game day. Gamecocks baseball taking on LSU tonight. We got a packed show, a lot to get into. Podcast dropped this morning. Frank Martin spoke this morning. Tons to get into. So I'd love to take your questions, comments. John Gibbs, what's going on? I'm a little fired up. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little fired up right now. And if I wasn't already fired up enough for the baseball series, I then saw what Frank Martin said. And, you know, I would love to take you guys' questions, comments on it, everything else. I put up the post on social media about what Frank Martin said about, you know, the fans, the media, but the University of South Carolina as a whole. In regards to the fan support, if you will, and basically insinuating that people would rather see us lose than win, and they find more joy in us losing than winning. I don't know. I don't know. Again, I'd love to take you guys' questions and comments, man. I would love to take you guys' questions and comments on the matter, 843-790-3377. And I fully, by the way, still support Frank Martin. Even, somebody you can disagree with a statement they make and still support the person, wish them success. I hope we make the tournament next year. I hope he's the guy, all that good stuff. But I was pretty fired up. Not going to lie. I still am kind of fired up about it. So, again, if you guys want to talk about that, we can talk about something else, 843-790-3377. But yeah, to insinuate, I'll just say this, really the bottom line, to insinuate, and I've seen some fans saying they agree with what Frank said. To insinuate that Gamecock fans have this weird, like deep down obsession, like they'd rather be negative and watch their team lose. Like that brings them great joy to be negative and watch their team lose, is the most ass backwards thing like I've ever heard of. So I can't even comprehend. I can't even wrap that. That's like the most absurd take. One of the most absurd takes I've ever seen on social media. So it's hard to really fathom, guys. I'll be honest with you. But again, we can talk about that. We can talk about something else. Again, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Let me make sure the phone lines are open. I think I might have. Yeah, I put them on Do Not Disturb. That's my bad. Let's see here. Okay, we're good now. We're good. 843-790-3377. You guys do want to call in. Lot to get into. I'll be dropping a lot of baseball content a little bit later today as well. Key player for the weekend. My prediction, of course. If you guys haven't listened to the podcast and want the prediction, go listen. I shouldn't tell you. I should be like, if you don't know, you got to go listen. No, I've actually I picked South Carolina to win 2 out of 3. I think the Gamecocks are going to win the series this weekend in Baton Rouge. I think Carolina's going to find a way. I just think that great pitching beats great hitting, and I think South Carolina will have good enough pitching to combat a really tough LSU lineup. And I think offensively, your lineup's going to do enough. So I feel good about the weekend overall. I really do. I feel really good about this weekend, and we'll see what happens. But I've got the Gamecocks winning 2 out of 3 this weekend. So. All right, here's a great, and I'm glad Joseph said this. I'm so glad. So here you go. He isn't saying the fans enjoy losing. He was just saying how when basketball is winning, there are a lot of times we can't even sell out CLA, but when they're losing, everyone wants to talk about it. I'm not saying I agree with him, but he is certainly not saying we enjoy losing. Well, let's go back to the original quote, shall we? He said, "It gets real popular around here when it's gloom and doom. It gets real quiet when it's successful, especially in my sport." Well, and I understand why Frank Martin would probably not know the difference, because we haven't won enough for him to know what it'd be like if we were winning in basketball, what type of support they would get. Look at baseball, dude. I mean, you really want to try to fight that argument and say that it gets so much more popular when we're losing versus when we're winning? That's completely ludicrous. That's completely insane. We haven't won enough in basketball. I mean, fans aren't asking even like have a crazy good product. Like, I really think Frank believes we should finish 6th in the league and go 500. And it should just be a packed house. Basketball does not move the needle the way football and baseball do. Bottom line, you can either accept that or move on. I've just never understood why Frank, the dude just complains constantly. Fans support the sport, dude. They support the team. Like, what are you talking about? What is this stupid narrative that fans, dude, the first year that I lived here before COVID, South Carolina LSU, it was a packed house and we got our ass kicked, but fans showed up. We had a little bit of momentum. We're like, okay, we're starting to feel good about the team. Like, I just don't dude, that's just a fallacy. It's just made up. It's just made up. It's completely made up. I just don't I never understand people that come after USC fans. USC fans are the innocent bystander in Gamecock sports. USC fans have just constantly been there through thick and thin. Probably when they shouldn't have. So to go after USC fans ever is insane. It's insane. I said it about the Rowdy Roosters thing too. Like, USC fans have more than paid their dues. So, I mean, dude, I think the support's been there. Like, I don't agree with, whatever. Frank's going to have his opinions and it's totally fine. I don't really give a damn what Frank says. I don't give a damn what he says, bro. I just want to see him win. I don't give a damn if he wants to complain and say we're terrible. Hey, whatever, dude. I don't really care if you like me or not. I don't really give a damn. Just go win games. And I still think Frank Martin's a good coach. I'm still, still believe that maybe with this roster turnover and these transfers, maybe that'll be the answer for Carolina to get back to the tournament or whatever. But I don't, whatever. I don't really give a damn what Frank says. I really don't. I really don't. So Frank can berate fans if he wants and talk about, keep complaining about how his sport doesn't get the love it should and all, I mean, that's all Frank seems to do is complain. I mean, really, that's really what it comes off to me. Again, I still like the guy. I still want him to have success, but it gets annoying. Like, he's constantly bitching about, football spring practice gets more love than one of our games. Well, then don't be bad. Don't suck. Hey, don't suck. Courtney, he says he's telling the truth. Football has more fan support percentage-wise when losing than basketball. No shit. Every school is like that. What are you talking about? Football moves the needle. I mean, you can either be okay with it and embrace it and accept it, or you can just, I guess, continue to complain and let it eat you up. But no kidding. That's every school in the SEC. It's every school in the league. I don't know. Anyways, let's talk baseball, man. To hell with the basketball team. Like, honestly, no offense, but whatever, bro. It's all good. Let's talk baseball. Let's talk about a sport that actually has expectations of winning and having success. So, 843-790-3377. Guys, like I said, I've got the Gamecocks taking 2 or 3 this weekend in Baton Rouge. I really do like the matchup in regards to, the question is going to come down to hitting. Does your lineup show up? Do you hit enough? LSU, obviously, very good offensively. Hell, they have more home runs than South Carolina does, which, I mean, everybody thinks of South Carolina power. And, of course, we live a lot of times by the power, but LSU's got more bombs. So I think you're going to see a lot of baseballs leaving the yard, but I'll tell you this, I really like the Gamecocks pitching staff. I think Thomas Farr returns to form tonight, and I do think South Carolina takes 2 or 3 this week. And I say 2 or 3. I know a lot of fans will look at the record and the SEC record and the overall record and the statistics for LSU. And obviously, again, they're not having the type of season they want to have. And they'll look at the rankings, but, it's hard for me to fathom that a hungry, desperate LSU team is not going to steal a game at home. It's just really hard for me to believe that they're not going to do that. So, again, I got the Gamecocks winning 2 out of 3, which I think would be a fantastic weekend. Savannah Webster says, how's the weather? We all love to talk about the weather on this show. Phil every single day is starting the freaking conversation off with the weather. High of 75. So a beautiful day in Columbia. So again, guys, questions, comments, calls 843-790-3377. I guess if you want to talk about the Frank Martin thing, whatever. It's not even a big deal at the end of the day. It is what it is. Like I said, I don't really care what he says. Just go win games. That's what you're paid to do. You're not paid to make me happy and say what I want to hear or what anybody else wants to hear. You're paid to go win games. So go win games. Go do your job. That's all we really care about, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. So I just, I don't agree, but it is what it is. So Austin Greer submitting a lot of questions. Honestly, who cares about what Frank Martin thinks? Our basketball program isn't going to go anywhere with him in control. We have to get a new guy in there, in my opinion. That's Austin Greer. He also says, scenario, 5-5, bottom of the ninth, College World Series, 2 outs, bases loaded. Who do we want hitting? On this team, I'd say if I had to pick one guy, I mean, it's hard to go against Andrew Eister, bro. He's been so clutch all year. I'd probably go with Brady Allen. Either Eister or Brady Allen. So, yeah, I'd probably say Brady Allen. Eister loves that moment too, though. But I'd feel good about all of our guys, really, to be honest with you. Justin says we win Friday, lose Saturday, win Sunday. Well, Justin, they play tonight, so it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The weather in Baton Rouge, you mean? I was like, everybody wants to know the weather in Columbia. It looks like from our graphic, 78 today, 68 tomorrow, 68 on Saturday. So pretty nice weather. Yeah, I mean, pretty solid. So, anyways, I just, again, and Martin came out this morning and said, he did a shitty job. That's literally quote unquote what he said. I just, again, I don't like somebody saying, I don't understand like the venom to make a statement like that. Like, just, you should probably just be grateful you're back. You know what I mean? You should be grateful you are back coaching. I mean, I think Frank Martin's in a pretty damn good situation. I think he's in a pretty great situation. So, but whatever. It is what it is. So, I don't like people going after the USC fans, man. I really don't. All right, let's jump to the phone lines here. Yo, what's up, Phil?
Chris, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Appreciate you calling in. What's up?
Just wanted to let you know I'm finished packed up here, returning to the land of my people tonight. As soon as I cross that Mason-Dixon line, brother, I'm going to be excited. Praise God.
Praise God indeed.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment about Frank real quick. I mean, is Frank not the luckiest coach in college basketball? I mean, he's got a fan base that, it's true that they pay a ton more attention to football, but part of that is his inconsistency with his team. There's not a lot of wins to go around. And when they do win a big game, they choke and then lose, a couple in a row. So the fan interest dwindles. The expectations seem extremely minimal, at least from an administration perspective.
Right.
They want to talk about, we finished 4th in the league. Like, who cares, bro? If you don't get into the tournament, you don't compete for a trophy at the end of the season. And that's what it should be all about.
Right.
I don't care about the excuses, Courtney Rogerson. I know you're listening, talking about giving us a history lesson. I don't care, man.
Yeah.
I want to compete for a trophy at the end of the season. And it doesn't appear that Frank is the guy to do that, to get that done. So, next year we're going to be in the same position again. And I really hope the administration has the balls to get his ass out of here. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
If you can't deliver in year 10 to get to the NCAA tournament, you got to go.
Yeah.
And coming after the fans and talking about, it used to be like something that he would joke around about with the press, like everybody's going to the spring training, the spring practice for football, that press conference, and nobody's coming to his press conferences. Well, no shit, man. Like, you don't have a good enough team for people to care. Yeah. It is a football school, but when you go to the Final Four and then lay an egg for 4 years, people don't care, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we want to see a winner.
Right. I mean, dude, it's like we said during this. Yeah, it's like we said during this past season. Like, you can either embrace the fact or run away from it, or you can like it or not. But, even with baseball is the same way. Like football, you have, an undying loyalty. People are going to show up, sell out the stadium. They're going to watch all the games no matter what. Baseball and basketball, you have to put a product out there. Like, if you want people to care, and that's every SEC school outside of Kentucky. I mean, really, So it's not like we're like this unique school. Like, you have to put a product out there. But again, Dawn's shown it can be done. So I don't really understand the, Dawn has shown, and again, I say this with all due respect, but like, we are literally packing the arena for women's basketball. Like, that's a feat, bro. It is. I mean, again, people might not like to hear that, but that's a feat. Like, it goes to show if you put a good product out there, people will show up. Bottom line. There's not even a question.
That's right.
It's not even a question.
That's right. Yep. If it's the 3 major sports, if you got a winner on the field or on the court, Carolina fans will show up
Yeah.
and in big numbers.
Yeah.
And they'll get behind it, and they'll learn the players' names if they're not familiar. They'll watch the highlights. Everybody loves a winner,
right?
Especially Carolina fans, because we don't see winners a lot. All right, let's just bottom line historically. Yeah. We don't see a lot of winners around here. So if you can turn that program around, if it's not Frank, it's got to be somebody. That place will be packed. It will be.
Yeah.
And it just needs to be consistent.
I mean, I've said that plenty of times. I really do think Gamecock fans love basketball from what I've seen and going to games. And I think they do. And like you said, Gamecock fans love a winner. I mean, that's bottom line. I mean,
that's right.
It's like you've told me and others, people have, and we've talked about going into the next season, increasing our coverage of women's basketball. Because, like I've said before, call it what it is. It's not one of the big three. For some people, it don't matter how good we are. They don't care. But a lot of people do care because we're really, really good. So Carolina fans, even if it could be cornhole, but if we're winning, they're gonna, they're interested. You know what I mean? If we're winning, it doesn't matter what sport it is. So,
I mean, all due respect to the women's dance team, but I shared all of their, posts about them with that trophy. Hey, I want to share, with people on Facebook and everybody else. Hey, look at us, we won something.
Yeah,
this is cool.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what sport it is.
Yeah.
If we're winning, by God, we're going to praise it. We're going to celebrate it as Carolina fans.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good. I 110%. I agree. I whatever. I like I said, I'm not even going to give it more. Whatever Frank said, what he said, I don't really care. Go win games. If you don't make the tournament, you shouldn't be here next year. I don't care if you want to berate the fans all off season, but I don't know. I just Frank makes it really hard. He makes it so hard, man. He's a lot like Muschamp. I'll be totally honest. He's a lot like Muschamp in that regard. Makes it so hard sometimes. But
yeah, the difference is Frank can actually coach. I mean, he's
right. Exactly. Exactly.
He's worthy of being a head coach in this league. It's just that it's head scratching to see what has happened with this program after the Final Four run. It's nauseating, is what it is when you look in depth into what has happened with this program. It's so unfortunate, man.
It is.
But anyway,
it is.
Let me jump off of that topic. Otherwise, I'm just going to throw up. Just wanted to remind everybody that we got some rugby this weekend for the Rugby Up Show. There will be a game this weekend. I believe it's on 7 o'clock on Saturday, CBS Sports Network, if I'm recalling correctly. And I did speak with Joseph Shepard, who's over the rugby, the 3 BOD rugby group. I will be doing some stuff with them. I think the first game that we're looking at is going to be next month on the 23rd, which is a Sunday. So the Free Jacks are playing New York, and I believe it's an away game. So I'll be commentating on that. Yeah, should be a good time.
Yeah, good stuff, dude. Good stuff. Well, yeah, drive safe, man, and let's have a fun weekend for sure. Obviously getting going tonight, but let's have a fun weekend, no question.
Hell yeah, with baseball, I want them to sweep. I know they don't have to sweep,
right?
But if you look at the schedule going forward, as you've stated, they've got some serial killers that they're up against in the next couple weeks that are ready to beat our butt into the ground. So you got to take all 3 this week.
Yeah, I'd love to sweep too. So, I would love to sweep too. We'll see. I mean, like I said, I think LSU. Their record's not great. Their conference record's not great. Some of their statistics aren't great. But it's like I said on the podcast this morning, you don't go to LSU to play baseball if you suck. So they've got some pretty good players. But no, I definitely think, we could do it. And I feel like I'm stating the obvious saying it, but that game tonight's the big one, man. That game tonight's the really, really big one, getting that game 1 W, because you can't sweep if you don't win game 1. So,
yeah, go get them far.
So, absolutely. Hey, Phil, appreciate it as always, man. Go Cox.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
You
Go
too.
Cox.
Great stuff. 843-790-3377, guys. That's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, comments, calls. Courtney, just keep going off, Courtney. Just keep doing it, Courtney. Courtney, you got to start your own podcast, honestly. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls as well. Let's see. Elizabeth Ballard said, I have this feeling Favre will get his first SEC win tonight. I'm speaking into existence. I think so as well. Hey, it's got to happen at some point, right? Why not happen tonight? I mean, heck, it's got to happen at some point. You'd think so, certainly. Kevin C. says, Chris, curious your thoughts on Farr. I think he's the rotation's weakest link, but Jordan Sanders give you such an advantage on Saturday, Sunday. I wouldn't move those guys. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Recency bias and the recent performances. I really hope Thomas Farr goes off tonight, just for everybody, because I'm so sick of hearing the commentary on him. Thomas Farr is a big time game one Friday night guy. I think he will show that tonight. I think he returns to form. I understand he's had control issues and what have you, but he also needs help. Can we sit here and say that he's gotten a ton of help in these game ones, these Friday nights? No, I don't think so. So I don't think so personally. Whatever. It is what it is. You got to put up. You got to perform. Hey, we've also got the Scythe has entered the chat. Let's go. Yeah, somebody said Braves are playing right now. Right, God, they might need to burn those throwback uniforms because they are not playing well right now, are they? Not playing well at all. Ryan Brack, what's up, man? Colby Parker says Thomas Farr is a major league arm. Just not down bad right now. Yeah, I mean, he just struggled with control a little bit. I mean, the dude's legit. Thomas Farr is legit, bro. I promise you. Courtney Washington, you know what? You know more about basketball than we all do. I'll admit it. Go ahead. Go off. Just go off. Just go off. Ben Tanner, Bat's been dead on Friday nights, and that doesn't help Farr one bit. Yeah, you got to swing it. You got to swing it. And you're facing a good one tonight, Landon Marceau. Really, really good one. But you got to swing it, man. You got to give your guys some help. Bottom line. I mean, I know we talk about, winning 2-1 and 3-2 on Friday nights, and that's fine and dandy, and it's true a lot of times. But yeah, you got to give your guys some help at some point. You know what I mean? It's tough to ask your guy to be perfect. It's really tough to ask your guy to be perfect. So, Kevin C. says, certainly think he's capable. The stuff is electric. Hope he shows up big tonight. And I think he will. I think he will. I'm excited. I think he will. I think he will. Now the question around TSUS is this, guys. Do we wait until after the game tonight to record a podcast for tomorrow? Or do we record a podcast tomorrow around something different, something else? I got to make that decision today. Because I honestly, I'd rather not wait until like 11 o'clock to record a podcast. But I don't know. But, I don't know. We'll see. No, we're going to drop a podcast tomorrow for sure. No, for sure. No day off needed. We had Monday off. There's no day off needed, my guy. Dirt Heckler, I think you got to wait to see how long the game takes. Could be a quick pitcher's duel. Colby Parker, when did they announce you will host Supers, and did Ray throw our name in the hat? I'm sure he threw our name in the hat. They won't announce that, though, bro, till like mid-May or like second week of May. So we're not going to know that for a while. Justin says, I say a podcast on fans' expectations for each sport. Oh, I hear you. Let's see. Justin Smith, do you think third base and Malone's to keep, or do you think it's still open with Heiner McCahoney? I think third base is Brennan Malone. Unless he goes in a cold streak, whatever, third base is Brennan Malone's. No question. No question. So, yep, no question in my mind. WB Prothman says, have you seen the potential new mound distance change for MLB, and would it come down to college or high school? Bro, that would be the stupidest thing to ever happen. Ever. To change the – dude, I think that's something – they cycle that rumor like every 2 years or so. It's never going to happen, dude. They're not going to do that. Come on. You're changing the whole game of baseball if you do that. No way. Absolutely no way. Not a chance. I wonder when – I'm surprised D1 Baseball – I don't know if I missed it. I was waiting on them to drop their projections this week for the postseason. Field of 64. I have not seen that, though. I guess they just did I think they just did a mid-season. They're not doing it like weekly, I guess. Colby Parker, hot take. Hit by pitch shouldn't be a free base. I got to disagree with you there. I got to disagree with you. I see Joseph and Courtney going back and forth. I would just say this, Courtney, we all understand that Frank Martin has raised the bar for Gamecocks basketball and what he's done for the program and all that, but you can't keep, if he has a bad year next year, you can't keep accepting bad years because, we used to suck. That's how you stay mediocre, and that makes you a loser. So I hear what you're saying, that, we should be appreciative of the era that we're in, and that's fine. I am appreciative of it, but going into year 10, I mean, he's getting paid $3 million. I mean, if you don't make the tournament, it's time to change coaches. That's not a hot take. That's a real take. It's not a hot take at all. So Justin says, unpopular opinion, but as a former catcher, I think Wes has the potential. He just needs polishing up his great natural blocking skills and not a bad arm. Yeah, he's going to have to find a position at the next level. There's no question. That's going to be the big thing for him is, where does he play? Does he play first? Does he play catcher? Does he play third? Because it's hard to be just primarily a DH. Like you've got to really be a slugger to do that. So. Jay says, honestly, I don't want USC Upstate in our regional. They are legit. I wouldn't want them in there either. That's one hell of a 4 seed. No, I wouldn't want them either. Honestly. No, that USC Upstate's good, man. They're legit this year. They're very legit. So. But yeah, guys, again, I'm really excited about the series, man. Baton Rouge getting going tonight. Carolina LSU, first pitch at 7:30 on ESPNU, by the way. We'll be doing our live stream watch along right here, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you guys want to tune in, hang out with yours truly, we'll watch the game. We'll get after it. We'll have us a real good time. So would love to have you guys tune in, take your questions, and hopefully watch the Gamecocks get a big Game 1 W. But first pitch at 7:30. We'll go live at, say, 7:15. We'll go live at 7:15 and watch the game together, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Carolina LSU, it doesn't get much better when you're talking college baseball and two premier programs. And I hate I couldn't go down there. I really wanted to, but just really didn't work out with some business stuff going on and needed to be here. And it just made more sense to stick around Columbia this weekend and do the live stream watch-alongs instead. But, no, I got the Gamecocks winning 2 out of 3, man. I feel good about this weekend. I really think that it's going to be a back-and-forth weekend. I think when you're looking at LSU, and I know Phil was saying, you want to get the sweep, and I totally understand it. With you're your schedule that you have coming up, the gauntlet. I mean, this is the gauntlet 2.0, right? You're at LSU for 3. Then you got the number 1 team in the land, Arkansas, coming to Columbia next weekend. Then you're at Ole Miss, who's in the top 5. Then you have Mississippi State, who's in the top 5, coming to Columbia. So of the next 4 series, this one's by far the most winnable, the most gettable, the most sweepable, if you will. So, I understand Phil's perspective, but like I said before, it's just hard for me to believe because LSU has still got aspirations of making the postseason, right? I mean, listen, they're 3-9 in the SEC. I think 21-10 or something like that overall. But they've still got postseason aspirations. Dude, they are going to be a desperate, hungry bunch. They got to start winning right now. I mean, trust me, I guarantee you on that LSU side, they're sitting there saying, this is a must-win series for us. At home, we know South Carolina's good, all that, but this is a must-win series for us. So, I mean, it'd be one hell of a feat, one hell of a sweep. And I'm not saying the Gamecocks can't do it. I think certainly they have the team to do it. But it's hard for me to believe that a desperate, hungry LSU team is not going to steal a game. It's just really hard for me to believe that. So, again, I'd love to see it, but hard for me to pick it. Just hard for me to pick it. So, let's see. Phil says, Frank has a losing record since the Final Four run. That's not good enough. We should expect more from this program. Boom, hit the nail on the head. So, hit the nail on the head. That's it. That's it. Yep, that's drop the mic. That's all you need. So, that's it. Courtney, you can say whatever you want, but Phil just dropped the mic on you. So, Phil 1, Courtney 0. Sorry about it. Courtney says, I'm not saying be appreciative. I'm saying he's not getting his respect from the fans knowing what all he's done. What are you talking about? Again, this is literally something you are making up in your head. You're making this up and spitting it out because you think it sounds cool. Like, nope. I think that's a crock of shit, to be honest with you. I think that's a crock of shit. So you can keep spouting that if you want, but it's not true. It's not a fact. You're just saying that to say that. You're saying that to make yourself feel good and whatever. I just do your worst. Really don't matter to me. Brian Dean, what's up, man? What's up? Again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. We got a lively show today. Been a lot of fun. Quick reminder, podcast did drop this morning, episode 422, breaking down the LSU series that gets going tonight in Baton Rouge. Also talking with Birch Antley of SEC Network Plus. You guys probably recognize that name. Birch Antley, of course, doing all the baseball games and all that good stuff. But he joined me. Great conversation. I had a great time chatting with him, learning about his journey in sports media and kind of how he got into his role and what it's like calling baseball games for Carolina. Also, your listener questions. Pack show today. Pack show. Really, really good stuff. You guys check out the podcast, like I said, that dropped this morning. Colby Parker says, Courtney, like with Spurrier, we enjoyed the time, but we're letting a sick dog walk around. We need to put it out of its misery and start over. That's a good way to put it. It's actually an interesting comparison there. Justin says he has respect for his previous accomplishments. What has he done since the Final Four to have our love, respect? Most of all, money from tickets. I mean, I still respect Martin. We just all want to see a winner. That's not crazy. Like, there's nothing crazy about that. You know? Nothing crazy about that. I don't think there's any drama at all with this upcoming season. Hey, either make the tournament or get out. That's it. So, that's it. Ain't nothing more to it than that. Ain't nothing more to it than that. Brian Dean says Harrison Lloyd with the best 1-2 punch in the SEC. I certainly think they could. I certainly think they're capable of that, man. I mean, we know what Harris can do, and I think a healthy Marshawn Lloyd is going to tear this league apart. Courtney, okay, can we make a rule to just like be done talking about the previous basketball season? Because again, it's just I can't deal with the excuses and the all of that. I can't deal with that anymore. No more. Just compartmentalize it, put it away. Courtney, it is what it is. I don't want to hear about the 7 weeks off. I don't want to hear about him having. It's over. It's done. That season is done. Put that nightmare away. Okay. No more excuses. No more. We're done. We're done making this. We don't make excuses on this show. We don't. Don't do it. We don't make excuses. You know who makes excuses? Losers. Losers make excuses. We don't. We don't make excuses. Dirt Heckler. I called it last year before the injury. Lloyd gets the Heisman as a junior. That's okay. All right. That's a big prediction because we'd have to be a really damn good team for him to win the Heisman. Kevin C., this won't happen, but Holbrook getting the Clemson job if they fire Monty would be laugh out loud funny. That'd be nuts, honestly. Tom McClellan, you need to come up with a nickname for Lloyd and Harris, not Thunder and Lightning. That's overused. I think the best, I know that the best nicknames, they happen organically. So I'm not going to try to force a nickname. I think once we get in the season and we see these two guys play together, and I think it'll kind of come on naturally to be honest. But certainly, I'd love to give them a nickname. Why not? First 500 team to get a Heisman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Brandon Wagner says Lloyd for Harris is a scorching hot take. Let him play first. Courtney, no more excuses. Enough. Stop it. Stop. Enough. God. Enough. Please let us move on. Please let us live. We don't want to hear it anymore. Is this Frank Martin's wife? Is this her YouTube account? Like, what is going on? And all due respect to Frank Martin's wife, but is that who that is? Is this Frank Martin? We used to say the Muschamp hacker. I think Courtney Washington is the Frank Martin hacker. Courtney Washington is the Frank Martin hacker. Bottom line. Christopher Miller on a positive note, only 4.5 months till football season. Hey, only a week and 2 days until the spring game. How about that? Very excited for the spring game. Robbie Davis says 7-4 Carolina. He's got them winning tonight. He says, I also think if the basketball team was winning on a consistent basis, the CLA would be rocking. The last thing I'm going to say is I love your show. You keep it real with the people. Thank you so much, Robbie. I appreciate it. Christopher Miller says, content-wise, what bridges the gap between baseball and football talk, or is kind of summer vacation for sports talk? So, I had somebody ask me that. It's really, really interesting. It's really interesting that you'd think there's this huge gap. Between when baseball ends and football begins. But, dude, we start previewing football like immediately after July 4th. And the college baseball season ends, depending on how far we go, it could be the middle of June. So maybe there's like a 3-week period, maybe. But, dude, as soon as July 4th ends, we've got SEC Media Days middle of July, So there's really not as big of a gap as you would think. It's kind of wild. I think I took and I know it was the pandemic, so it was different. I think I took 2 weeks off last year, but I was able to make content outside of that, even with the pandemic. So Travis Burrell says new Courtney merch. Elizabeth Bauer says Courtney is Kathleen from Twitter. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Nah, it's all love, Courtney. Whatever. You're entitled to your opinion. Doesn't bother me. I'm ready to move. I don't want to hear about the basketball season anymore. Do not want to hear about it. Brian Dean says, who is Jackie Bradley Jr. playing for now? He is with the Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers. My guy, Drew Crisp. What's going on, baby? What's up, kid? A guy that knows a thing or two about hitting bombs. Drew Crisp probably knows a thing or two about playing at LSU, too. I don't know. I forget if you played in Baton Rouge or not. Drew did, and so y'all swept. Y'all swept LSU. I'll be damned. Yeah, that's hell of a series dub. Brian Dean, Chris, who's the number 2 quarterback behind Doty? I say it's Jason Brown. I think it'll be Jason Brown, but I think Doty is QB1, especially from what I'm hearing from my guy. I think Luke Doty, no questions, QB1. No question. No question in my mind. So, yep. Dusty Rhodes says, I think Debo makes a splash this year and becomes a star. I feel like he's already like a big player. Phil, yes, you have to play the rest of your schedule. You're not lying. I believe I remember you saying that if after this year we underperform, then Frank has to go. Yeah. If you don't make the tournament, he's got to go. Bottom line. Just year 10, man. If you got to make the tournament, that has to be the expectation. It has to be. Has to be. Brian Dean says Doty is Connor Shaw 2.0. That's a hell of a comparison. Colby Parker says Courtney's working harder to keep Frank's job than Frank did last year. Heyo. Oh, I love it. This is what makes the Daily Crow so much fun. We might not all get along, but it is fun banter nonetheless. We might not all agree, but that's the point of it all. If you can't debate sports, then, I mean, it takes away from the fun of it all, man. That's why I love doing what I do. Let's see. We got a question. When do you think we'll hear about more seats at Founders if it's going to happen for the Arkansas series? I mean, I'd expect any moment. If it's going to happen for that series, I'd expect any moment because they're going to want to put tickets on sale and sell tickets. And, man, they'd have no problem selling tickets. They'd have no problem at all. So, yeah. Travis Worrell says the courtside Courtneys. That's our student section, the courtside Courtneys. Oh, there's 7 SEC teams will take the field for their final practices of the spring season. I guess this weekend. Yeah, this weekend we got spring ball. I'll be damned. Georgia, Bama, Auburn. Dusty Rhodes, how do you feel about the O-line, Chris? I feel pretty good about it. You know, I don't know a ton about this new offensive line coach, but no, I feel good about the O-line, man. I mean, I think you returned 4 or 5 guys from that line. You return a lot of experience, a lot of depth. So I think the line should be pretty solid. I think the offense as a whole should be our strength, to be honest with you. So, but year one, you never know what that new system under Satterfield is going to look like. I mean, I'm hearing good things, but, you know, year one, but I'm excited for it. Brian Dean says, I would put our pitching against any team in the SEC. I would too, man. I feel good about our pitching staff. Like I said, when you look at the statistics this weekend, it's actually it was a little surprising to me just how good of an offensive club LSU is. But I feel good about, I think great pitching will beat great hitting this weekend. I think Thomas Farr returns to form. I think, Jordan Sanders will continue to do their thing. And you know, I think you'll do enough offensively. I think your bullpen, too, will carry their weight, obviously, of course. But I think great pitching beats great hitting. That's why I got the Gamecocks winning 2 out of 3. So, and my key player for this weekend, by the way, it is Thomas Farr. You know, it is Thomas Farr. I I just think that, I went back and forth on it. There were a couple of guys I considered for it, but the thing is, if you keep playing with fire in this league, if you keep losing game one, it's going to burn you at some point. You know what I mean? You just can't keep losing game one and expect to win games 2 and 3 every single weekend. Saying game one is important. I know it's so obvious to say that, but again, you've done it back-to-back weekends. You've lost game one, won games 2 and 3. All is well. You won the series. But at some point, if you keep playing with fire, you're going to get burned. I think it's so pivotal for Thomas Farr to be Thomas Farr tonight. You got to have your Friday night guy. You got to have your game one guy. You got to have your ace. You got to have your horse do his thing. So what Thomas Farr can do tonight, it's going to go a long way what happens in this series. So Kevin C says, is Andy Peters a future starter? The guy's nails out of the pen. Only concern is he really only seems to throw 2 pitches at this point, so you may have to develop another to be a weekend guy. I don't know. There's some guys that are just better served in the bullpen. I think we've seen that with Julian Bosnick. Could he be a starter? Absolutely. But, to me, it says the fact that they didn't make him the midweek starter, I think they prefer him out of the bullpen. So either way, though, he's a fantastic piece, man. I mean, a guy that's got incredible stuff. He's been even better than I expect. I'll say that. I think Dirt was the one that asked, who's the guy that, you thought would be good, but has been even way better than you expected? Dude, probably Andy Peters on the pitching side would be that guy. Like, I thought he could be a good piece for Carolina and come out of the bullpen every now and then and provide quality innings. That dude has shoved. I mean, he has absolutely shoved. He's figured it out. He's gotten healthy. And, I mean, the stuff is filthy. It speaks for itself. So whatever his role is, I think he's going to have success, and I think maybe at this point he might just be better suited for the bullpen. But his stuff's filthy, man. There's no way to put it. His fastball is electric. His breaking ball is wipeout. I mean, it's fun to watch for sure. So it is very fun to watch. Justin Martin says, Chris, how was the Braves game? It was fun. No, Atlanta was sick, man. Atlanta was a blast. Can't wait to go back, honestly. The battery's incredible. That stadium's incredible. Drank too much, for sure. Had probably a little too much fun. But, no, we had a blast, man. It was great. Hung out with a good buddy of mine, and we had a really good time. We had a really, really good time. Can't wait to go back. So, and, of course, I start watching more Braves baseball, and they've lost basically every game this week. So, what's the score right now? Let's see. And, of course, it's 2-0 Marlins top of the second. So, I don't know, man. I think the Braves will just burn those throwback unis, bro. I don't know. I mean, I'm superstitious. I am. I can't deny it. And those unis just have not served us well this season. They have not served us well at all. So, I don't know. Might want to consider it. Henry Stone says, I believe Peters is a senior. Is Andy Peters a senior this year? I think he might. You might be right. I think either way, I think Andy Peters is going to be a guy that probably goes to the draft. So, redshirt junior. So, with a 20-round draft, though, and the way that he's pitched, I think it's pretty fair to bet that he will be a guy that gets taken and goes into the draft. I mean, the way he's throwing the baseball, I have no doubts about that, actually. So, no doubts. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. We got 5 minutes left, guys. Also want to remind you about the podcast drop this morning, episode 422. Really good stuff. LSU series recapping its entirety. My prediction, my top storylines, key player of the weekend. Also, of course, great conversation with Birch Antley from SEC Network Plus. You guys have heard his voice every time you watch Gamecocks baseball. He calls games on SEC Network Plus. Had a great conversation with him. Also, again, I just want to show my gratitude, guys, and say how grateful I am for you all, because we're right now in the works getting the deal finalized for Rivals in Florence, South Carolina. We are getting TSUS merch back in their store. I'm getting some baseball merch. We're getting Rowdy Roosters merch in there. So, again, thank you guys so much for love and support, because without you, none of this would be possible. Seriously, man. They literally mentioned to me like how impressed they were with people showing love and supporting. and all facets and everything, not just merchandise, but for the content as a whole. So, I really do appreciate the love and support, man. It means the absolute world, and it's just purely a blessing. So thank you guys so much. Tom McClellan, have you had Kip Balkner on the show before? I have not. I'm still trying to get Kip. I have not had Kip on the show yet. So kind of crazy. Been working on that for quite a while. So, today is Jackie Robinson Day. April 15th. Today is Jackie Robinson Day. Happy Jackie Robinson Day. A legend, man. A legend. No other way to put it. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. Phil Harris says, just to defend Courtney really quickly, I appreciate her different opinions, even though they are annoying at times. We don't need an echo chamber here. No, I agree. Listen, I love the banter. I love the banter. I love the back and forth. I love the debate. It's what makes sports great, dude. Like, and here's the thing is, like, I don't get the people that, like, they have to get personal with it and, like, to judge a human being as who they are as a human being based off their sports takes is, like, it's just so wild, bro. Like, you can be a cool person and we just disagree on a sports topic. Like, that's cool. That's fun. That's what makes it fun. Is the back and forth, is the banter, is all that good stuff. So just my opinion. Phil Harris says, if we all have the same opinions on Carolina Athletics, then it would get pretty boring. Indeed. That's a great way to put it. That is a very great way to put it. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls. We got 2 minutes left. Like I said, live stream watch-alongs for all 3 games. We'll go live at 7:15 tonight, first pitch at 7:30, 7:45 tomorrow night, first pitch at 8, and then 2:45 on Saturday. First pitch is at 3 o'clock. So a lot of fun stuff, man. Really excited to be right here in the studio, watching the game on the TV, taking your questions. I'm excited, man. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped for this series. Carolina LSU, like I said, doesn't get better than that, college baseball, and it's been a fun week, action-packed week, which is great for me because the content has been flowing all week long. It's been a blast, man. It's been an absolute blast. So, like I said, I got the Gamecocks winning 2 out of 3. I feel really good when it comes to South Carolina and their chances this weekend. And like I said, I think great pitching will beat great hitting, and I think your lineup will do enough. I think they'll do just enough. Got to find a way to win tonight, though, man. Thomas Farr deserves an SEC W, and you got to get off the schneid, man. You can't, like I said, you can't keep playing with fire. You can't keep losing game 1 and expect to keep winning series. You got to find a way to win tonight. Can South Carolina solve its game 1 blues? That's what it comes down to. You know what I mean? And yeah, Tanner Land says we have a tough road ahead. I was looking at the next 4 series. What's in closing? I'll ask you guys really, really quickly. What is you guys like record you want to see over the next 4 series? Because I personally think if you go 6-6, that's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. So if you go 6-6 over the next 4, you find yourself at 14-10 with 2 series to go. Bro, that's right where you want to be. That's right where you want to be. That is a perfect setup. Because if you can finish 16-14 or better in the SEC, you've had a great year, bottom line. So we'll see what happens. Should be a lot of fun, guys. Like I said, going live at 7:15 tonight. We'll have the live stream watch-along content rolling all day long. You guys know the drill, and I'll keep you guys up to date with the podcast. There's going to be a podcast drop tomorrow. I don't know exactly if I'm going to wait until after the game or going to do it today before, whatever, but there will be a podcast tomorrow. We'll have content rolling. You guys already know the drill. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Look forward to talking with you tonight. Go Cox, beat LSU. We'll chat tonight, guys. Take care.